Hello my dears, and welcome back to my corner of the internet. I am Shannon, and today I have another spoiler-free book review to share with you guys. And you guys, this one was so good. I grabbed it from NetGalley for no reason other than I recognized the author's name, CJ Leede. And I had heard a lot of people talking about her book for the past few months, called Mayfly. And I haven't picked it up. I didn't know if that was going to be the thing for me based on what I'd heard people talk about. But when I saw this book on NetGalley, I grabbed it because I was like, well, you know what? Let's see what this girl's all about. American Rapture is the name of the book. It comes out 1 month from today. And on its nose, so the basic synopsis is there's a virus spreading across America and it is deadly. And like, if you get it, you've got it, you're done. And it's incredibly upsetting the way that this virus presents itself. It starts off pretty normal, fever, fatigue, things of that nature. But then as it progresses, it becomes something else entirely. And that thing is very scary and very sad. Basically, we've got our main character here, a girl named Sophie. She's 16 years old. She's grown up in a very strict religious household. Her twin brother Noah was taken out of the home a few years ago because their parents thought he was a sinner, and he was put in like a boys' home. And as the virus is gaining momentum, Sophie's getting scared to be separated from her brother and not knowing what to do. What ends up happening is she ends up on the road and she meets a lot of people on her journeys to try to outrun this virus. At this point, it's just she's trying to find her brother and stay safe along the way. So I was like, okay, all right, that sounds fine. We'll give it a go. I loved it so much. It's one of my top 3 books of the year so far. That could change between now and the end of December, but I don't think it will. It was so good. First of all, CJ Leede is such an incredible storyteller. Like, incredible. It's so hard doing this as a spoiler-free review because I want to tell you all of the things and all of the ways in which she's an absolutely incredible storyteller, but I can't. So maybe once this book comes out next month, maybe I'll come back and do a book talk and we can get more into the nitty-gritty of it. But it's so beautiful. The story itself there are parts that are gruesome and brutal and devastating. There were parts last night, so fairly early on there was a part that made me cry. And then last night, I got about 20 pages from the end, and I was sitting on the couch, sobbing, ugly crying. And I just had to put it down. I couldn't even finish those 20 pages that night. I had to walk away. I couldn't. And then I came back this morning and finished the 20 pages. And the final few pages, you're like, yes. And then you get to the end, and it's like a sharp intake of breath. Like, and holy shit, I loved it from the beginning to the end. Like I said, I didn't have any expectations for it. None. I knew the basic premise. But I went into it very low expectations, hoping to have a good time as you do, but like I didn't know. I had no idea. And I was just going to say, someone should have told me, but I guess you people reviewing Mayfly who were like, this is so good, I guess you were trying to tell me. So now I obviously have to read Mayfly, but this book is incredible. And that cover, first of all, the cover. I know it's a bit late in the video to be saying first of all, but that cover, so beautiful. The artwork's incredible. This book deals with friendship and sexuality and found family and religious trauma and the ways that our brains get wired when we're young to believe things that are so out to lunch and the difficulty that we can have as adults as we trying to rewire it in a different way. And how the sad fact of the matter is, you might never fully be able to untangle all those strings. If you read this, maybe look up, if you have things that are painful for you to read, maybe look up the triggers. There are definitely a few. I'm going to say one right at the end of this video. I'll let you know before I say it in case you think triggers are spoilers, because I do. I do. And I don't like looking up trigger warnings mainly because I don't have any when reading. But when I read the list, it's spoilers to me. So I'm going to put it right at the end, and I'll give you a chance to click away if you don't want to hear it. But yeah, it was beautiful. It was fantastic. It was disgusting. It was so good. What a wonderful surprise this book was. And I can't wait to read Mayfly and then read everything else this author ever writes. The characters were all so good. Like, I'm wanting to cry just thinking about it. Like, Sophie, so good. And then the, like, group of people that she meets who become, like, her found family in this absolute hell on earth that they're going through with this virus. You know, Ben and Wyatt and Cleo and Helen and all of them. And a dog. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. And if you were on the fence about whether you should pick it up, I'm here to tell you absolutely should pick it up. If you've read Mayfly and you loved it, I'm sure you'll love this too, because it was amazing. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say, because I can't say any more. If I say any more, I'm going to get off track and I'm going to tell you things I shouldn't. I'm starting the September House. I've read this, but I'm going to reread it for my podcast. I'm recording that on Thursday. So if you want to hear me talk about that with my good friend Krista, I'll let you know when that's posted. But okay, now's the time to click away if you don't want to know what the trigger is I'm talking about. And I know it's a sensitive one for people, because I do hate this one too, but it won't stop me from reading a book. Okay, thank you for watching. There's a dog dies. A dog dies in just such a terrible way, in such an upsettingly sad way. And like, this dog has been Sophie's rock. She finds him on the road. And he travels with her, and she loves him so much. And he is that thing that, like, gets her up in the morning and keeps her putting one foot in front of the other. And then during a very painful scene all around, the dog dies. And it's very sad. Very, very, very sad. So just be warned. If you don't like that, just know it's coming. Sort of get your heart ready for it. And good luck. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys again really soon. Bye.